And here is Bret Michaels part 3. I should be able to finish it up in this one. Where we last left off, he had just confirmed that he caught the clap from Eazy-E. And not Eric Carr. But you know what? The fact he even bit on that one. Because as we all know, they don't know, so why not have fun with them? He said, "It's right," meaning Eric Wright, which is Eazy-E. He said, "Money was involved, but it was never about money, Rebecca. You will understand that words in time, but you do know what Bitcoin is, though." I said, "What was it about then? Getting rid of the clap that Eric Wright gave you?" So I said, "Okay, what's your Chime account?" He said, "To be honest." I said, "I'm not doing Bitcoin." So then he gives me a Chime tag of Martin Time 1. I did report it, but they didn't seem too concerned. I said, "That's not your name. It'll be a minute. I have to get my login credentials. I rarely use Chime." He said, "Yes, it's not my name on it. Excuse me. It's the Chime tag and the name of my database manager in charge of the VIP section." He said, "Oh, all right, Rebecca. So your full name is Rebecca Lynn?" I said, "No. Who the hell uses their real name on social media? Banking is different. Social media, who uses their real name? That's not smart." He says, "Lol," laughing emoji. "Some people do. One of my longtime friends do. So what's your full name?" I said, "Dr. Eileen Weranos." And then I said, "Eileen." And I respelled it, in case he looked it up. I mean, he would have found something either way, but I said, "My phone constantly changes the spelling because I share a name with a dirty person," which, yes, Eileen Weranos, serial killer, always bad, dirty people. He says, "Wow, nice name. It's autocorrect. Well, can I just stick to Rebecca?" I said, Sure." And then I said, "Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio. He moved a million hearts in mono. Our mothers used to sing along. Who'd blame them?" Which I had that song stuck in my head. I remember that. Preferably the Save Ferris version. Sorry, people from the 80s, but Save Ferris, the ska version, way better. He says, "Okay, cool," on calling me Rebecca. He said, "That's music." And I said, "Yep." He says, "I fell in love with beats and rhythm of drum a long time ago. I just love the concept of making music." I said, "That's great," quote, Bret. "You can let me know once you send the fee to the Chime so I can reach the database manager to let him know." I said, "'Kay." He said, "I will make it worthwhile for you, Rebecca." I said, "Oh, and how is that?" quote, Bret. He says, "Let me get you in first and you will see yourself. I'm more of action oriented, so I just do it, and you feel it." I said, "Sounds like sex. Gross." He says, "Lol." I said, "By the way, what do you think of this?" So I sent him the Mr. Troll-a-Lol song. He said, "Sex? LOL, no funny." He said, 15 years ago, that's true artistic, talking about Mr. Troll-a-Lol. So I sent him a troll guy, hoping to finally put an end to this semi-boring bait. He sent a laughing emoji. "Why that? LOL. What's your favorite meal, Rebecca?" I said, "Salt." From the tears of people who realize they've been had. He says, "Salt?" I said, "Yep, salt." He says, "That's not a meal." Or "That's not meal." I said, "There goes that language slipping again, because they really think they speak like perfect English." He says, LOL, okay, why salt?" I said, "Because I said." He says, "All right, but I want to know the reason behind your favorite meal being salt. I mean, why salt? There have to be a logical reason behind it." I said, "It's delicious when people think they're getting something and then they don't. Like when they expect you to fork over money to feed their kid and you don't. So they get all passive aggressive that you're not digging into your savings to feed it, and then they have to scrounge change to buy bologna," which was kind of a true story. I said, "Or like when people think they're getting $1,500 sent to them, but they're not, because the person who is supposed to be sending it knows good and well it's all a scam. That sort of thing." I said, "Cue the indignation, am I right?" He said, well, you're not right. 'Cause am being real with you now, Rebecca. It's never, never money, and I don't think you will. This is scam. Why will I stealing your money? I mean, come on. Why would I do such a thing when I have an entire empire to protect? Yep, got to protect that rock of love empire. But again, no offense to Bret Michaels. Sure, he's a great guy. I said, because you're a Nigerian scammer, or Ghanaian, maybe South African, but the language, it tells me Nigerian. I'm not sending you money. Every American, Australian, and Brit knows that VIP cards aren't a thing, and celebrities only use their verified accounts. You are the only ones who try this crap. This isn't some kind of joke or game. This is me trying to build a complete community to achieve my goals. And then the best part, Nigerian, Ghanaian? What's that? Yeah, okay, that's gonna work. Feign ignorance. I said the Indians don't try celebrity impersonator scams. They actually, another one, motorcycles. They actually put effort and intelligence into theirs. Jesus Christ. And then to his Nigerian Ghanaian, what's that? I said, ha ha ha. Okay, totally believable that Bret Michaels wouldn't know what that is. Not gonna work, scammer. Gonna ask what a Canadian is next? I'll tell you. He says, of course I know what Nigerian and Ghana is. But then why did you ask? I just don't believe you will say am a scam. I'm trying hard here to get your attention, to be part of something big. So I tell him what a Canadian is. I said, a Canadian is a diet American. They're like America's little brother. We can whoop up on them all day, but if anybody else tries to give them shit, we're gonna whip them. And then I said on his, of course I know what Nigerian and Ghana is, then why ask? Basically, you tried to feign being dumb. And then I called you out, and suddenly you know what it is? You're desperate for that money. He says, it's just a fee, Rebecca. Not desperate for anything. I'm only desperate of my career and getting my goals. I said, give it up already. You're not Bret Michaels. You aren't changing my mind. You're wasting everybody's time. So he keeps on. It's not about the money, Rebecca. I know from the start your curiosity is out of here. At the same time, you don't know anything about this life. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Lol, laughing emoji. How sure are you it's not me? I said, because you can barely speak English. He says, autocorrect. I said, no, it's not autocorrect. It's the vernacular. Pretty easy to spot West Africans by their vernacular. Quick, run to Google, look up that definition. He says, lol, laughing emoji. I don't need none of that. What do you think of me? I said that you're a piece of shit, scammer. He says, well, you think I'm a scammer from African. I said, no, I know you are. He says, yeah, that's what you think, not the real thing. I said, it's what I know. Everybody knows it. Notice y'all have less clients these days? He says, everybody? What are you talking about? I said, this indignation is embarrassing for you. I hate secondhand embarrassment. If I were your mother, I'd be so embarrassed that my child was impersonating celebrities online. He keeps on. I'm just out here trying to make things work out better for me and build this community I've been dying to build. It's not easy having almost 40,000 people in a community. I don't even know why I'm so hung up to you trying to make you join. I said, oh my God, you're still trying to pass yourself off as Bret. He says, not that you're so special. Nothing special about you. I just see the intelligent and value in you being an educated person, meaning you have money, which I don't. And I said, because you're trying to sell a fake gift card, because you're a scammer. That's why. You think if you keep on that you will convince me you're Bret. You won't. Your English is shit and your vernacular screams West African. And if by chance you are an American scammer, then honey, go back to second grade and take some English classes. And thanks for the Chime account. Already reported for fraud. He says, funny, ha 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 emoji. And then I said, just for shits and giggles. And sent to Trilogy Media, which I did not. I said, maybe you'll meet them, or at least your money mule will. Lucky sod. I like Art and Ashton. They're funny, which I really do. I love Trilogy Media. He says, I don't know, there are still idiots who roam this country. I said, if you mean Nigeria, then yes, that would be you. He says, no, I mean you, Dr. Eileen, even if that's your real name. Oh, you got me there, buddy. I said, if you mean America, then yeah, your money mule isn't too bright. Or isn't too bright. That or he's a willing money mule. And if he's willing, he can go to prison for a long time. He says, I don't even know if you're a doctor. I don't know if that's real. I said, why would I tell you my real name and occupation, you absolute donkey? He says, Rebecca Lynn, the donkey is living deep inside you. Now that I read that, that's really funny. I said, you wish. Again, only a bloody idiot would use their real name. But you can't use names like suck on D's nuts. I've tried. And then to his, the donkey is living deep inside me. I said, lol, okay. I'm so hurt. The scammer attempted an insult that fell flatter than my ass. He says, I'll send voice note here to know am real best, Bret. I said, yeah, okay, you do that, you little trash mammal. He said, but you're just so hung up to what happened to you in the past, and that's not my concern. You were fooled. I was like, I guess he assumes I've been scammed before, which I haven't. I'm one of those people that I'm pretty scam-proof, and that I'm broke. If you try to get a penny out of me, well, you ain't getting it, because I'm broke. I ain't got it. And I said, okay, what's your point? But hey, the more time you spend whining to me, the less time you have to potentially speak to a vulnerable person who might believe you. He said, played like a football, and then a football emoji. I said, and I know you have no clients because you're responding quickly. No money for baby boy, gay baby boy. Because remember, they hate being called that. And that says a lot about you as well. I said, I'm not the gay one, but even if I was, so what? I'm in a first world nation in 2024. It's okay. It's fine. He says, gay? Lol, you need to be true to yourself, man. I said, okay, you keep trying with the insults. Maybe you'll land one. Then he says, I'll fuck your mom if she bring that pussy over my dick. And for some reason, he censored the word dick. I said, my mom's dead, so have at it, you necrophile. Be the most vagina you'd ever get in your life. He says, necrophile, you says. Say. I said, say after me. It's no better to be safe than sorry. So then I go with take on me. He says, I'm Bret Man. I have nothing to prove to you. I said, oh yeah? Well, I'm Batman. And that was the end of that semi-boring one. But I have noticed that I don't see a lot, at least on Facebook anyways, a lot of fake celebrity accounts. I am seeing more in the way of just regular people who have who've had their pages hijacked, and they're dropping Telegram links like, oh, I am so happy. I've been a fan of Poison for 80,000 years, and I am happy to report that Bret Michaels finally got a verified Telegram. Here it is. Drop him a message. Maybe he'll respond to you too, because he did me. That's what I see more now. And I think I tried to message one of them, and I just didn't get anything. So I might actually have to create a Telegram and go from there if I want to keep doing this. So anyways, I do have a few more that I need to put up. I don't know if I'll get any more up today, but because it's been one of those days. Anyways, thank you for watching.